We got a pretty good one today, guys. A brand new Black Hammer title, brand new Black Hammer series is coming out. Kickstarter has partnered up with an online book retailer. And Donny Cates, Chip Zdarsky, their secret project is this what they're talking about all this time? Hit the like button while the intro plays, and we're going to talk about it. So before we get to the Donny Cates, Chip Zdarsky, before we get to the Black Hammer, I want to talk about this new Kickstarter partnership. Okay, so Kickstarter has partnered with bookshop.org in a new deal, which is supposed to basically set up a direct connection from online book buyers to Kickstarter, independent comic creators, things like that, right? And we know here recently, Kickstarter, there's been bigger publishers on there, and yeah, a lot of people have opinions, but for me this is very interesting. Okay, so let's talk about this a little bit, kind of what it's looking like and all of the details behind it, because it sounds really good, and then on the back end there's a flaw for me. Okay, and we'll talk about that. So here in the article it talks about the crowdfunding platform Kickstarter has partnered with the online bookstore bookshop.org for it to be a marketplace for successfully crowdfunded book projects, especially comic books and graphic novels. Great. The partnership will market and sell these Kickstarter-funded books from various publishers direct to its online customers and sell them on behalf of independent bookstores as well. Fantastic. Sounds really good so far. With this partnership, we want to celebrate the long literary lives books can live after being brought to life on Kickstarter, says Kickstarter director. Great, no big deal. So it sounds really good, right? Now, what's interesting about this is bookshop.org. Basically, what it does is they describe themselves as an altruistic version of Amazon. So offering books to order online with the opportunity to have the profits of that purchase going towards an independent bookstore of your choice. I love that. Really, really good stuff. So far, my issue isn't with bookshop.org, so that's really cool. And I believe some comic shops also set up some accounts there. So some of the books that have been kind of pushed so far through this is going to be like Check Please, Book 1, Black, La Vase de Mayo Rainbow, Girl Genius, The Second Journey of Agatha, Heterodon, Volume 1, ooh, The Beast of Rails. Okay, that's a title. So anyways, that's just a few titles. I'm sure there will be more pushed through pretty soon. But here's kind of my thing with Kickstarter. Okay, they're going to earn the commission on the sales. Okay, great. But what they're going to be doing is donating all of it to New York City Books Through Bars, an all-volunteer group that sends free books to incarcerated people across the U.S. And that's kind of, really far down in the way it's reported. And to me, you're going to be partnering up with a place that's going to be doing comic books and stuff like that. Couldn't we find a better like Heroes Initiative, something like that? I think for me, I would rather see something go to support, if we're going to be doing comic books, and I know this is going to be doing a lot of other things too, but maybe go towards supporting Heroes Initiative or some other form to support that industry or that cause. And I'm sure this is fine or whatever, but why not take it and put it right back into the industry, right? Help those folks that are in the industry, maybe create some grants or something like that to help some of these indie creators or indie publishers or something like that. I think that's where I would rather see my money go to versus free books to incarcerated people is basically what it is, what that volunteer organization does. So that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. The concept of expanding availability to comic books and graphic novels, I think, is great. It's just, the kind of where that in-piece profits going, on that small piece. And obviously, I know it's just a small, tiny little commission, but I think Kickstarter could do better in terms of supporting the industry, the comic book industry, a little more, in my opinion. So that's just on me. That's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Second, Black Hammer Reborn series revealed by Dark Horse Comics. Now, if you guys have been a fan of the channel for any time, I read all of the Dark Horse comics recently. All of the Black Hammer comics recently. Super interesting read. Jeff Lemire is a fantastic writer. The artwork in the series was great. And I just love the concept of Black Hammer as a title, okay? So if you're not familiar with Black Hammer, it is, again, a book published through Dark Horse, written by Jeff Lemire, and it basically is this weird commentary on comic book tropes. You can see all throughout the book some of these weird themes and tropes and stuff like that, and it doesn't take itself too seriously, but it was just genuinely a great read. So if you're a fan of it, this is good news for you. If you've never read it before, I highly encourage you to do so. Some of the collected editions can be had, Volume 1 and Volume 2, for like $30, $35 on Amazon or even in a local comic shop. And then, of course, there's Black Hammer, I forget the full title, but something World of Black Hammer, I think it might be what it is, actually. So check it out. Super affordable to read them all. It's a pretty quick read, all said and done, but I'm very excited about this news. So Jeff Lemire's Black Hammer is going to be announcing Black Hammer Reborn. This new book was going to be written by creator Jeff Lemire, with Caitlin Zdarsky taking over the art from Dean Ormston. So that'll be an interesting change. I really did enjoy the artwork previously, so I hope we continue with the similar style. I know it's not going to be identical, but one could hope. Now, from what I'm seeing here, this is supposed to be kind of what Jeff Lemire's been leading up to up until this point, okay? Now, I'm going to have a bit of a spoiler for the end of Black Hammer Volume 2. And basically, you get it pretty early on that Black Hammer ends up dying. He does have a daughter, Lucy, and she, spoiler alert, ends up picking up the mantle of Black Hammer at the end of the book, and it wasn't really explored anymore further than that. So we're going to get to see a couple of covers here, so that's really cool. It looks great. Lucy as Black Hammer is an awesome thing. And she was actually on the cover, I believe, of one of the other hardcover editions too. But basically, this book is going to begin 20 years after the previous miniseries, Age of Doom. During the time, Lucy has given up being Black Hammer, is now living in the suburbs of Spiral City. Life is not good for her. Her marriage is in shambles and is working a dead-end job. No explanation is given for her retirement, but the series will explore her reasons and how they threaten to destroy her life and family. Check out the cover art is basically what it gets to. So when Forbes got the first look at this, we did get a quote from Jeff Lemire officially saying, Black Hammer Reborn is everything we've been building towards for the last several years, and it is really the culmination of everything we've done in Black Hammer to date. He says the series has it all. Black Hammer, Skulldigger, Doc Andromeda, and Sherlock Frankenstein, they're all going to play major roles, and Colonel Weird too. So super exciting there. If you're a fan of Black Hammer at all, it's pretty good stuff. So let me know what you guys think about that. And then, of course, finally, we have our last bit of news. A while back, Donny Cates teased on the Steg-man and Friends podcast that he and Chip were working on a project together. Didn't get anything else on that. Well, it was teased in Zdarsky's newsletter, as well as it kind of made its round through Twitter that Crossover issue number 7 has Donny Cates written out, as well as the artist with Chip Zdarsky and Phil Hester dropped in over top, and you'll see the image here. So interesting. Maybe this is the project they've been talking about. If you followed the book at all, some people have, some people haven't. Chip Zdarsky is supposedly missing, and some other creators are dead in the world of Crossover. So there you guys have it. You know, we'll see what happens. Chip Zdarsky, Donny Cates. I was hoping for a little bit something different, maybe its own title, but it is what it is. So guys, let me know what you think down in the comments. Hit the like button if you have not already. Subscribe if you will. You guys are the best part of Two Brothers Comics, and as always, collect your way.